Mazda has also shown their new EV platform here this week, and unlike the EZ6 sedan that's made in China already through a partnership with Chinese car company Changan, this platform will be designed in-house by Mazda for Japan and other parts of the world. They didn't say which parts, but the fact that it's going to be available in Japan means there's an option. I'm sure that it would come here and other places. This isn't just another thing for China, is the bottom line here. They teased an SUV silhouette on top of the platform and said the first production model on this platform will arrive in 2027. The batteries are being developed in partnership with Panasonic, but other than that, we don't have any other specifics for this platform just yet. So they kind of just wanted to let us know it's coming fairly soon. I think sooner than a lot of us expected, and that it's going to be all in-house by Mazda, which again, I don't know how Mazda is bankrolling all this stuff. Bankrolling developing an inline-six turbo engine, bankrolling a rear-wheel drive-based platform, a premium platform like that, bankrolling their own electric stuff whenever we have Toyota even partnering up with Subaru and partnering up with Mazda for even gas-powered stuff, and all these partnerships we're seeing, and yet Mazda is going it alone with so many of these things that are very expensive things. I really don't understand how this is possible. I really hope we don't hear about some kind of crazy financial stuff at Mazda in the future, but for now, I mean, it is really impressive the amount of stuff they're able to pull off all on their own here. And that's not the end of it either, because Mazda also revealed this week that the new Skyactiv-Z motor that I covered back in the fall will also be designed for hybrid applications and be paired with their own hybrid system that they're also developing. So, they did this partnership with the CX-50 hybrid where they used Toyota's hybrid stuff, and I thought surely this is what they're going to do, as this kind of stopgap until we get to the fully electric Mazdas in the future. But no, they're also developing their own hybrid system. Again, I don't understand how they're developing rotary engines again. They're developing their own hybrid system. They're developing their own EVs and this groundbreaking gas engine as well. Again, I don't know how, unless these people are working for free, I don't know how they're doing all this stuff. But anyway, again, just very impressive to see all this. And so they say that this new Skyactiv-Z engine with this hybrid system will all be debuting in the next-gen CX-5, which they say will debut in late 2027. That is a little bit of a curveball and a question mark in my mind, at least. A little confusing because, we've already seen the new CX-5 in camo, and it looks pretty much production ready. I think everyone was assuming a reveal this year. But it's maybe just another refresh to tie them over for a couple of years until we get a fully next-gen version. But the silhouette that we see with the Skyactiv-Z kind of matches up with those spy shots. So I don't know if they're going to do a super early reveal or, I don't know how to reconcile them saying this isn't coming until late 2027 unless we're getting carryover engines for CX-5 first for the next generation and then Skyactiv-Z comes in late 2027. I guess that's the only other way to spin that. Maybe that's more likely what we'll see is we'll see a regular non-hybrid CX-5 debut this year. And then we see the hybrid version come in late 2027, this new platform or this new powertrain and all that. I guess that's most likely what we're seeing here. But interesting to see, that little, curveball there as far as that goes. Now, as far as this new engine, the Skyactiv-Z, for those of you who missed the update back in the fall about this, it'll be a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and they're saying it'll be the ideal internal combustion engine, evolving from their current engines to have even higher thermal efficiency and an overwhelmingly wider range. And this is to reach the ultimate combustion threshold for better fuel efficiency and less emissions, they say. Again, we'll see. They're talking, a big game about this engine here. Now, they did say that, if they had to adapt their current engines for the Euro 7 emissions regulations and the other U.S. Emissions regulations that were supposed to be coming, that probably aren't coming anymore. But, if they were to adapt current motors for that, they would have lost 30% of the horsepower. And they say with this new motor, they're meeting all those or exceeding all those standards and keeping the same kind of horsepower that we're used to from naturally aspirated Mazdas already. And so that's, on its own, very impressive that you're essentially gaining, out of the same kind of displacement and everything, you're gaining 30% of power and doing it with supposedly better fuel efficiency. Again, we'll have to wait till we get all the actual numbers, but very impressive. They're talking about diesel-like kind of efficiency while still having higher RPMs available and all that stuff. And very, very impressive. And they say these learnings will eventually be also applied to their inline-six and rotaries as well. And so, I'm looking forward to seeing this and trying out that final product, but very interesting to see that.